So I know you're familiar with the scripture. So you familiar with the time that the time and place that this is taking place in, the era, for lack of better words. All right, this is when we were coming out of Egypt. We did 430 some odd years of slavery over in the land of Egypt. All right, read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what did Moses just say? Moses said, if we don't hearken diligently to the word of God, then it's going to come a time when y'all going to go back into Egypt or back into the bondage like we just came out of. Y'all going to go through that again. All right? Read.
Verse 16. Curse shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So let's look at our conditions in the city. In any city you go to, have you traveled much? Y'all traveled much?
Yes, sir.
Been to Chicago, New York, Philly, all those cities that we go in. What's the conditions of our people? They're terrible. Yeah, we got a few good, decent neighborhoods, but guess what? You have a decent looking black neighborhood, but you still got to worry about getting shot.
Bring it up.
Thank you.
All right, we're cursed in the city, so this is the true state. Read that again.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So we're the people that's cursed in the city. All right, you go through our neighborhoods. Listen, even if we do have a nice black neighborhood, sometimes our nice black neighborhoods will be better than some of the white counterparts.
Bring it up.
But guess whose is more valuable? Right. Because matter of fact, if we move into a white neighborhood, guess what we do to the property value? We decrease the property value.
Bring it out.
So we are the people that's cursed in the city. Read that.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
It says, cursed shall we be in the field. We was cursed in the field back in slavery times, because for hundreds of years they whipped us and beat us and made us work the field. We did everything. We planted the crop. We watered the crop. We made sure we did all the cultivation that it took to make it grow properly. Yeah. And then we had to go and pick it when it was time to harvest. But guess who storehouses they went into? They went into their storehouses. They didn't go into our storehouse.
Right.
So they got a 400. That was 400 something years of free labor.
Right.
Just imagine if you work for somebody for free.
I'm a living color about everything you talk about, because I came from Mississippi. I know about all the food.
Oh, you stayed down south.
Yeah, that's right. Then I moved up here because I wanted to do, I wanted to leave here because I just couldn't take it no more until I get myself.
So
when I go back down, but my family's still.
So you probably had encounters with the Ku Klux Klan and all that.
All of that.
So even back then, it was cursed from the time we got off the ships, and we cursed in your time when you were growing up down south, and even in this day, we curse as a people.
You're right.
So the thing is, how do we get ourselves out of these curses? All right? Give me Zephaniah chapter 2 and 1. We got to come back to these laws, because God said if we did not hearken diligently unto the Lord thy God, that all these curses would come upon us, and we could look around and see that these curses are on us.
Yes.
All right. So even you, we done tried Islam. Islam, the brothers been doing their thing out here for years, trying to organize the people. I don't take nothing away from those brothers. All right. We've even sat down with those brothers and try to come up with solutions on how to make things better in our community.
Bring it out.
All right, but we done tried all these different walks. The one thing that we did not try is to come back to keeping God's law.
That's right.
Let's get back to thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Let's marry our women instead of just dealing with women and having kids out here.
Right.
All right? So read that. This is what we got to do.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
What we got to do?
Gather yourselves together.
Because guess what? All the other nations, they gathered together.
Right. No.
Even though it looked like the different Caucasian races fight, but guess what? They all agree on one thing. That these people, we got to keep them asleep. We got to keep them divided in different religions, different doctrines. We got to pay their rappers to influence them to be in the midst of sin. They got to keep, that's one thing they do agree on. The name race, the so-called East Indians, the Arabs, the Iranians, the Persians. Don't they come down here and buy up gas station after gas station?
You know that's right.
Listen, they'll put their money together, they'll buy one, then they'll let their cousin run it, then they get another one, then they put another cousin on. They work together.
I see.
We're the only people that can't work together. Why? Because we too individualized.
Bring it up.
We got a brother that's a Muslim. We got a brother that's a Christian. We got a brother that's a drug dealer. We got a brother that's a whoremonger. How we gonna all get together?
And like if you go in this store and I really gotta go, they can't hardly wait on other brothers because they feel like you want to take something because you come in there. I watch, I go, everything you are talking about, I see it there. I watch, I go in there and do something like this stuff.
So check it out. This is what we got to do. Get it again from the top.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation, not desire.
Because regardless of what we follow or what we believe in, we can look and see we're clearly the nation that's not desired.
Right.
When Hurricane Katrina came through and flooded, what was that, the French Port? What did flood down there?
Louisiana.
Was that in New Orleans? What part? It flooded the French Quarter. You know how many days they was on their rooftop waiting for some help?
Bring it up.
You know how many days they was in that, what's the name of that building, the Terradome?
Yeah.
The Astrodome, whatever. They was in that thing waiting for weeks for some aid to come through. You see what I'm saying? So it clearly shows that we are the nation not desired. Look at a lot of the businesses. I'm starting to see Milwaukee going to hell.
Bring it out.
A business will close down, and no other if a different nation of people don't come in and open a business there, it'll never be a business there again.
Bring it out.
So we got to take accountability in our own community. We got to get together. And the Lord is showing us how to get together. He said, come back and get together under my laws.
Right.
Because when we all keeping these laws, now we have something we can hold each other accountable.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
You can hold me, my brothers can hold me accountable because we all following these laws. If I do something that's off, then they can come to me and say, hey, brother, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You did not uphold your what's the word I'm looking for? Your
Constitution.
responsibility to keep God, the Constitution that God has given us. Read that again from the top.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
So we got to gather together. Read.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
Make sure you give us a call. All right, we'll be on the south side next week. I want you to come through, all right? Okay, yeah, give us, call that number on the back of there.
I got you.
So on some, read that again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
So no matter what we believe, we are the nation not desired.
Right.
Now, all these other things, these doctrines that we follow, all these, that's no threat to them. What is a threat to them is us keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and claiming our true heritage as the Israelites.
That's right.
Even Minister Louis Farrakhan. Even I've watched several of his speeches and sermons, and he knows and he has preached that we are the blacks are the children of Israel.
Right. Bring it out.
So that's what the nations are afraid of, us coming back to our laws as the Israelites.
Bring it out.
That's what's going to shake something or change something on the earth. All right, read that again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation, not desire.
So that's what the Lord is doing in these last days. That's why you see Israelites on the streets teaching. That's why you see us all over the internet. That's why you see us all on YouTube. And you're going to see us more and more and more and more. And then you're not going to see us no more.
Bring it up.
And then all hell is going to break loose on the earth. So this is a small window that our people have to come in and get themselves together. God said he was going to do this. He's given us the itinerary on what to do. Gather together, O nation not desired. Read on.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desire, before the decree bring forth.
Before what?
The decree brings forth.
It says before the decree bring forth. So there's a time limit on us gathering together. God's telling us that this time is limited. Read.
Before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Because the day of the Lord is going to be destruction on this earth. Because the nations that did all this to us, that put us through slavery, that raped, robbed, and murdered our people on this side of the earth and on the other side of the earth. The people that took our land and they in our land fighting for it like it's theirs.
Right.
Punishment is going to come to them from God.
That's right.
So before he brings that punishment on them, he wants us to gather together. Give me Isaiah 45:17. He's giving his people a chance to wake up in these last days. All right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're the Israelites, according to the Bible. They don't know who they are.
What?
They're truly the lost sheep. So he's sending his prophets out to wake them up so they can avoid avoid this day of destruction.
That's right.
So that they can receive salvation, which is meant for them. Check it out. What's your name, brother? Come on, join the conversation. You know you're an Israelite? You never heard that before. Come check it out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17.
Do you believe in God? You believe in God. So you eventually, do you believe in the kingdom of heaven? All right. So let's read this. Let's read who the kingdom of heaven is for. All right, who salvation is for. Because everybody talks salvation, but salvation from what?
Bring it out.
What does the East Indians need salvation from? They don't like what the hell going on over here. Then go home. You got a whole country to live in.
Bring it out.
Same thing with Japan. Same thing with China. What does the so-called white man need salvation from?
Bring it out.
Everywhere he goes, he conquers and takes the land. Hell, they take the cheap places of land. You go over there in Puerto Rico. The best parts of the land, up there in the hills and in the mountains, those ain't the Puerto Ricans living up there.
Bring it out.
Even in the Caribbean, everywhere you go, the best parts of the land, the so-called white man is living in the best parts of the land. So what do they need salvation from? Read.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17.
Bring it out.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
That's all the people you see on that sign down there. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
So that world without end, that everlasting salvation, that's for those people on that side and those people on that side only.
That's right.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the